Hate to do this, but I got no other choice now. Oh, hello. Sorry about the quality of this video. It's on my laptop. My cell phone disappeared and my camera's dying, so I have to use this because I really wanted to get this video out. In response to the Anti-Vegan League, we as a species are omnivores. Let me stop you right there. We're starchivores, meaning that we best abstain ourselves on potatoes and sweet potatoes and starchy foods. Solely have all the nutrients that meet human needs to make you healthy, those type of foods. Also, they have no problematic things that make humans sick. Saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol. If you're talking about above ground plants such as rice or barley, then you need to add some vegetables to them. This will give you all the nutrients humans need without saturated fat. Saturated fat, only found in animal-based foods, is the known contributor of heart disease. And you also say that a diet solely based on meat is just as ridiculous as a nutritional diet from vegetables alone. That's what starches are for. We as omnivores have evolved this diet as a natural progression of the species for millions of years. No, we've evolved to be starchivores. Trying to change this is as idiotic as trying to force a carnivore, such as a big cat, to stop eating meat. The vegan answer to this is to say that we have a choice about our diet, but as stated above, this is part of the human animal, is intrinsic to our nature as eating meat is to carnivores. I got a good one for this. Why do slaughterhouse workers then get PTSD from their jobs? They do. It's considered by the APA an ultra-hazardous activity for well-being. Going back to my first point, grains and vegetables can subsist humans as it has for thousands of years. Look at blue zones like the Nicoya Peninsula. Sure, they eat meat and dairy, but it takes backseat to tortillas, beans, rice, fruits, vegetables. Okinawans in Japan only ate 1% of total calories from fish and no other animal products. Their diet was sweet potatoes, rice, and vegetables. Guess what? They were the longest lived people on Earth. This was before pork production happened and their life expectancy went down. Seventh-day Adventists who eat no meat have a longer life expectancy than their meat-eating neighbors. Many are even vegan. There are two fundamental dangers to this argument. To elevate ourselves above animals is dangerous. It sets the animal rights back movement back centuries as we are animals. Then it goes on to talk about some atrocities. Secondly, it is an established scientific theory that the reason for our brain's development as a species is due to hunting and eating meat. I got a good response for that. Our recognition of patterns as the world around us is an irrefutable part of hunting and enables us to effectively track our prey. This is only logical as the brains of herbivorous species do not have this developed capacity. There was the discovery of fire that caused our brains to develop. Hunting is a risky behavior and not always successful, so they cooked ancient tubers and those sorts of things. Tubers average 500 calories per tuber, so women can dig them up and cook while the male hunts. Men wouldn't bring meat home for a few weeks at a time usually, so humans didn't evolve to eat meat. So my omnivorous friends, the next time some nutrient-deprived vegan attempts to press their case against you calling you a rapist and a murderer, hit them with the undisputed facts. I just hit you with my own facts. Yes. First off, I have good blood work, and second off, I do try to eat a balanced diet as much as possible. Also, something I want to point out about this group is that when you try to argue against them, they just straight up block you from commenting. Some people say insult and ban people from our anti-vegan page. Wrong, I insult and ban australopithecines from our page. Well, I'm a person who reads medical literature, and I conclude that a vegan diet done right is the best thing for human health. I just heard a news story the other day about if you eat a plant-based diet, it's the best for fighting cancer and things like that. Also, it's the best for the health of the planet. Also, Australopithecines are southern apes. So you're saying I look like a southern ape? I just shaved my head, so I can't. Going back to another point, it's when they discovered fire that their brains began to develop like modern humans. Also, on one note, look at Nina and Randa. They've never ate meat or dairy after they never ate meat and they never had dairy after they were weaned. And guess what? They're thriving and they eat a lot, often eating 2 or 3 platefuls in one sitting. They work out all the time, daily, and they're both very healthy. When you argue, like I said, when they argue against this page, they just call you a name and block you. When I get someone calling me names on YouTube, I back it up with studies and research. Finally, something I recommend to the admins of this group. Read The Starch Solution by John McDougall. That's where I get my advice for this channel. Also read Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease by Caldwell Esselstyn. Finally, watch Forks Over Knives. Both doctors make an appearance in this documentary. Caldwell and John both ate very meat-centric diets before they discovered nutritional advice and switched, and they look great. And John had almost killed him. So, don't listen to this group. Peace.